Well. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua reportedly being set for December the 14th. And I love when shit like this happens. I made this my last video of the day. I'm going to be talking about this on my live stream as well. But the reason I'm glad that this has happened is because I just wanted to wait and see. I wanted to see what happened. Because I remember vividly the response and the reactions by media members, YouTube channels, boxing fans, when Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis got announced. And now I'm looking at the response from YouTube channels, content creators, journalists, and fight fans when there's a Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight that could be on the horizon. And I can't help but notice the huge differences. But the differences aren't what they should be. Let me explain. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And if you want to debate, the email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking. So, and please hype up the video. I almost forgot. YouTube has a new feature where you can hype up a video. It's free of charge. You just scroll over where you leave a comment, and it really helps me out when y'all do that. It increases the reach of the channel. It allows people who are looking for boxing talk content to find my videos easier, because the more hype points you guys give me, the more it helps my YouTube algorithm. So please hit that like button and scroll over and use your free hype on your boy KO if you're rocking with the content. But let's get into it. The backlash for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul towards Gervonta Tank Davis compared to the lack of backlash for Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul towards Anthony Joshua is deafening. It is crazy. It's hypocritical. And it's one of the saddest things I've seen in the sport of boxing in recent memory. Let me explain to y'all what I mean, because I feel like there should be even greater backlash towards Anthony Joshua. There should be even more anger towards Anthony Joshua, because reason number one, when Tank Davis went into the fight with Jake Paul, there were some disadvantages that Tank Davis had, mainly being 6 or 7, maybe even 8 inches shorter than Jake Paul, and being damn near 100 pounds lighter than Jake Paul. But when you compare that to Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul has no advantages over AJ. He had a size advantage over Tank, but Tank had all the skills, all the talent, all the experience over him. Anthony Joshua has more talent, more skill, more experience, and oh, by the way, he is naturally bigger than Jake Paul. So if Tank Davis was out of pocket for fighting Jake Paul, then why aren't y'all doing the same shit with Anthony Joshua? Then to drive the point home even more, people were saying, well, he should have got that shit back with Lamont Roach. And I agree. And let me pause right here. I think the fight is trash with Tank and Jake. I'm on record and been on record, and I said that the whole time. I think the Anthony Joshua fight is even more trash. But from both perspectives of both Tank and Anthony Joshua, I understand the business implications behind it. I understand going to get your money. However, what I do want to point out is the hypocrisy of a lot of you who are looking at Tank and criticizing him heavily for fighting Jake Paul, but looking at Anthony Joshua and ain't got shit to say to him for fighting Jake Paul. Y'all are a bunch of goddamn hypocrites, and it shows that it's not about boxing. It's not about pushing the sport forward. It is about your hate for Gervonta Tank Davis, bro. Because if it wasn't about that, you'd have even more an aggressive energy towards Anthony Joshua, because he's more skilled like Tank is more skilled. He's more experienced like Tank is more experienced. He's more talented like Tank is more talented. He's been boxing damn near his whole life like Tank damn near been fighting his whole life. Except for he doesn't have a huge size disadvantage. He is taller and heavier and bigger, pause, than Jake Paul. But y'all ain't got shit to say to AJ, though. And I guarantee you this as well. UK fight fans will not do Anthony Joshua the way that American fight fans did Tank Davis. They're not going to kill AJ. They're not going to go in on him. They are not going to hate on him the way that y'all did Tank Davis. The other thing that people will try to say is, well, KO, Anthony Joshua, Tank had unfinished business with Lamont Roach. He should have rematched Lamont Roach. That's why we hated the Jake Paul fight so bad. All right, cool. So tell me what happened in the Anthony Joshua-Daniel Dubois rematch. What happened in that rematch? Because Tank Davis' last fight before he signed to fight Jake Paul was Lamont Roach, where they fought to a close-ass fight, where it was a 7-5 fight either way, where it was a controversial draw. Compare that and juxtapose that to Anthony Joshua, who got his head knocked off his fucking shoulders in the first half of the fight against Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, bro. All this pressure for Tank Davis to go get it back in blood against Lamont Roach. And I agree, I want the Lamont Roach fight. Again, I'm just pointing to y'all's hypocrisy, bro. However, for Anthony Joshua, where's the pressure for him to go fight Daniel Dubois? Where's the pressure for him to go get it out the mud against Daniel Dubois and get his get back? Why is it cool for AJ to fight Jake Paul, but y'all had such a problem with Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul when AJ has all of the fucking advantages over Jake Paul? And by the way, sidebar, I hope AJ knock his goddamn head off his shoulders. The other thing that people will try to probably say about this situation is, well, Tank didn't give us the fights that we want. Tank Davis didn't give us the fights that we want. Cool. Just like I asked about the Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois rematch, what happened in that Anthony Joshua-Deontay Wilder fight? How did that fight go between AJ and Deontay? So see, it's not about that. It's not about Tank not giving you the fights that you want. Why you criticize the Jake Paul fight so heavy? Because AJ ain't give you the fights that you want. It ain't about Tank having unfinished business with Lamont Roach, because AJ got unfinished business with Daniel Dubois. It ain't about Jake not deserving to be in the ring with Tank Davis, because Tank Davis is more skilled, talented, better, and he's a world champion level fighter, because AJ got more skills, more talent, more experience, and is a world championship level fighter over Jake Paul as well. The difference in the criticism for journalists, the difference in the criticism for content creators, the difference in the criticism for fight fans is because you niggas just hate Tank, bro. That's all it is. And I would respect it more if niggas would just come out and say, bro, I just don't like fucking Tank, and so I'm hating on everything that he doing. It make you a hater, but at least people can see you coming. And they know not to take your opinions on the matter serious. What really ruffles my feathers, bro, and gets under my skin is this disguise of, oh, I just love the sport of boxing. Oh, I'm just pushing for the sport of boxing. Oh, it ain't really about Tank. Don't nobody hate Tank. I just want to see him move a certain way. I just want to see him give me the fights that I want to give him. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, you call a nigga a monkey. You nickname the dude a female and shit. And you do all this hating and shit, and then AJ with more advantages can make with more unfinished business can go make a decision to do exactly what Tank did, and niggas don't keep that same energy towards Anthony Joshua. Y'all frauds, bro. Y'all fraudulent suckers, man. Straight up and down. There's no other way around that shit, fam. So this is what a real one would say. Both fights are trash. Gervonta Davis and Anthony Joshua, both of them have other fights that I would love to see them in way more. Both of them got unfinished business that I want to see them in more. But based on the facts of the matter, Anthony Joshua deserves way more criticism than he is getting. And I would argue he deserves way more criticism than Tank Davis, because Tank Davis, at least when he faced off with Jake Paul, he looking up at him. Anthony Joshua looking down at him. At least if Tank Davis were to face off with Jake Paul, he looking at a dude that outweigh him by 70, 80, 90 pounds. When AJ gets in that thing and he looking at Jake Paul in the face off, not only is he looking down on him, He also going to be outweighing him by 15, 20, 25, 30 pounds, bro. And y'all, and everybody skips over this shit. Because y'all a bunch of fucking haters, man. And it's cool. But just let people see you coming, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think. This shit is trash. It's garbage. And in my opinion, if you ain't got the same energy towards AJ that you got towards Tank, you's a bitch. Straight up. And I'll debate anybody on it. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.